Derek, and I'm going to be showing you how to put our gluten-free bread mix together. To make this mix you're going to need the following items. A large bowl. I have a stainless steel one, but anything is fine, plastic, ceramics, whatever. One rubber spatula. A mixing spoon, it can be wooden, it doesn't matter either as long as it's reasonably large. Digital scales, makes the job so much easier. A pump spray of oil. A jug. Some dusting flour. For the purposes of this exercise we're going to be using rice flour. And last but not least, a plastic scraper. If you haven't got one it doesn't matter, but they are enormously helpful. 2 domestic loaf tins. Let's open our bag, get our mixing spoon and just give the contents a mix to make sure that everything in there is evenly distributed. After we've mixed the contents together, we're going to weigh our dry mix into this bowl with our digital scales. Each one of these domestic tins requires 375 grams of dry mix, so 750 together into this bowl. Activate our scales, spoon our mix into the bowl. We're going to turn our ovens on to 220 degrees Celsius. We're going to spray our tins, and here I just have a little pump spray bottle of olive oil, and I'm going to spray the inside of the tins. The water to go in this mix is to be lukewarm. We need 1040 mils of water or grams for every kilo of dry mix. In here we have 750 grams of dry mix. Therefore, we're going to need 790 grams of lukewarm water. That's lukewarm. I can just feel it with my finger. We're going to measure in 790 grams. We can always add a little bit more if the flours absorb too much water. We want to look at the consistency of the mix. That's what I'm going to attempt to show you here. So we'll tip our water in. And we stir. You can use an electric mixer if you wish for this. Right, had a good mix. And the consistency you want is one where the mix plops off the spoon, like that. We're going to half fill it only because we have to allow it to rise almost to the top of the tin before it goes in the oven. It needs a bit of space to do that. And this is where the spatula or the dough scraper come in handy. Mash the mix from the sides of the bowl. Okay. Now, just to ensure that we haven't trapped any air pockets in here that could blow up when the loaf cooks, we're going to take a wooden skewer or a knife will do, just like that, down the centre of each one. Now we're just going to cover them with a piece of plastic so that while they rise, no air movement will dry out the surface of the dough. Like that. Leave them until they rise almost to the top of the tin, which we'll show you in a second, and finish them off before they go in the oven. Alright, so we've got this rising in the warmest part of the kitchen, a nice sunny wee spot in the window. It'll take anything from 20 minutes to 30 minutes to rise before we pop it in our oven for another half an hour or so. And when that comes out you have beautifully fresh gluten-free bread. Now these have risen to almost double their size, and if you have a good look at the surface you see these small bubbles starting to arise on the surface. This is the time for them to go in. If you give them a little bit of a shake you can see that they wobble like that. With my little pump bottle here I'm going to spray the surface of one of them with some oil so that you can see when they come out the difference in the surfaces. Okay, we're going to pop these in the oven on the bottom shelf, 220 degrees. 1, 2, for about 30 minutes. We're about to take these 2 loaves out of the oven. So come up here and look at this. You see the difference in the 2 surfaces? This one here is the oiled surface. This one is unoiled. It's purely cosmetic, but it does look better. We're going to tip them out of their tins. Voila. Turn them over, and then we have 2 fresh gluten-free loaves of bread. So making the Tin Kitchens gluten-free loaf is as easy as that.